Right, now I hope you all can see my really cool Kaadoo background that's there on the image. Let's see that for a second before I start sharing again. So very good evening and hello once again to all of you. Welcome to Kaadoo Quiz number 2. Lockdown, a great way to exercise your gray cells, play together, have fun. Kaadoo is a completely local Indian brand from India to the world, concept all the way to delivery done by Kaadoo, variety of board games on a variety of themes and topics, ideal for kids, but not only for kids, also for families and for adults, right? So healthy mind, healthy body, 250,000 plus customers, a variety of games, card games, board games, specially themed games, and so on. Right. So with that, let's National Park reported a record number of births of this creature this year, thanks to the decline in human interference in forests due to the COVID pandemic. So one of the positive things to happen through the COVID pandemic was this particular thing. There is a table there that gives you the number of births of that creature over the years. Simply tell us which creature is this. It is also the state. We will now go to the answer for question number 1. As a lot of you got it right, the answer is indeed the Nilgiri tar. The Eravakulam National Park in Kerala, it was kind of set up for conserving the Nilgiri tar. It's what is known as the keystone species in that park. Now, on every answer slide, you can see these cool cards. These come from the various Kaadoo games, where you will find many of these animals pictures over there with explanations as to what they do. This is from a game that's called Spots and Stripes that covers southern India, right? So you can see the Nilgiri tar there, and you can also see that it's very agile on mountain slopes. So it's an animal that has adapted to living in those very hilly, high regions. It's the Nilgiri tar. Okay, well done to all of you who got that right. We're moving on to question number 2. We have a longish quiz today, 15 questions, so we'll be going a little faster. Question 2, this beautiful creature is the Indian muntjac and is found across South Asia. Its call sounds like that of another animal, so it is also called dash deer. Fill in the blank. Here is a picture. Beautiful looking animal, the Indian muntjac. What is the more popular name of this animal? Is the barking deer, right? So it makes this very loud sound, which sounds like a dog's bark when it is alarmed or when it senses a predator nearby. So it's called the barking deer. Well done to all of you who got barking deer right. It's not the mouse deer, which some of you tried, but it is the barking deer. All right. Third question. I was in Bengaluru and got a call saying a dash was spotted in Kabini. A tourist had seen him go up a tree and assumed that it was a dark monkey. I did not believe the story until I saw a few blurry pictures of him. I reached the forest and went looking for him. These are the words of Shaz Jung, who's been documenting the life of Saya for over 5 years. He was part of the team that made the 2020 Nat Geo documentary, The Real Dash Dash. What kind of creature is Saya? Very simple. And the correct answer, as many of you got it immediately in a flash, is the Black Panther. The Black Panther, like some of you pointed out, yes, it is a melanistic leopard. If you want to say that, it's the melanistic variety of a leopard. So Black Panther is the right answer. In his quote, he said Black Panther. If you said melanistic leopard, good for you. Extra points and applause to you for your superior knowledge. All right, let's go to question number 4. Simple one again. These creatures are seen as a pest to farmers in some regions, so officials in Madhya Pradesh gave farmers permission to shoot them. However, few people took them up on their offer. This may have been because it was mistakenly thought to be a cow and therefore holy, and therefore people did not want to shoot this, even though the Madhya Pradesh government actually said, okay, this is a pest for you guys, so you can go ahead and shoot them if you want to. So which animal is this? Here's the picture. It mistakenly being thought of as a cow and therefore holy, and the correct answer is indeed the Nilgai, right? Or blue bull. It's also called the blue bull, Nilgai. It's actually has nothing to do with a cow, so it's not the holy cow, right? It is a kind of antelope in some sense. So it is the nilgai. But a lot of people mistakenly possibly think that it is related to or comes from the same family as the cow, and so they revere it and kind of worship it, and therefore do not want to harm it, which is all a good thing, I suppose. One of the few times where possibly superstitious beliefs have some positive impact, even though these do cause problems and, like Vandana pointed out, accidents, lots of crop destruction and so on as well. But that's all part of the ecosystem that we live in. So we'll have to find more lasting solutions to these things. Right. Next question. This is your surprise question. So this one, whoever gets it first is going to win a prize. This is an endangered creature endemic to the southern parts of the Western Ghats. It gets its name from a body part that has a well-defined tuft because it resembles the same body part in the king of the jungle. Look at the picture and identify the creature. So identify this creature. Coco has made a guess as well. Mari Selvi, Krishnamurti, Vandana, Srinivas Rao, Chandrakumar. Okay, I think since this was the surprise question, we will quickly close it and move to the answer. I did have the correct answer. The first person, now your guess did not come in at all. The first person who gave me the correct answer to this question, as I scroll back and check, is Suresh Kumar, who gave me a wrong spelling, but it sounded like the correct answer. So I'm going to give it to you. So congratulations, Suresh Kumar. You have the answer right. This is indeed the lion-tailed macaque. It's the lion-tailed macaque. It's found a lot in the Western Ghats in the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. It's also found in the forests of central India. It's named after its distinctive mane and tail, which kind of resembles that of a lion. So it's the lion-tailed macaque. So Suresh Kumar, you win the special prize, which is the Kaadoo big game on the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Wonderful game. Congratulations. Please leave a message on the Facebook page of Kaadoo Games claiming your prize, and somebody will reach out to you. Please mark your message to Kiran. Please mark your message to Kiran S, and she will come back to you. Now, I would like you to take 30 seconds out to watch this wonderful video now, which tells you about the Kaadoo game on the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Go on to the next question. Okay, staying with the Nilgiris almost exclusively in the Mudubalai and Satyamangalam tiger reserves are home mainly to 3 species of X. Its population in the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve has seen a 26% rise from 2012 to 2018. Right? According to zoologists, one reason for this rise is because of the reduced use of drugs like diclofenac to treat cattle. The use of these drugs were indirectly causing the deaths of these creatures. Which creature are we talking about? So let's quickly give out the answer. The answer, as all of you got it right, is indeed the vulture. Now the vultures would feed on carcasses. Obviously, as you all know, the vulture is like a bird, is like a scavenging bird. It goes and feeds on carcasses. Now these carcasses had ingested diclofenac, right, which was being used for crops and so on, and that kind of was poisonous to these vultures, and these vultures would end up dying. I think a lot of ban and activism in that area and the reduced use of diclofenac has increased the vulture population. You can see here a beautiful card which says red-headed vulture. Its long neck reaches deep into the carcass. Okay, let's go to the halfway point of the quiz. Question number 7. These creatures may have got their name from their habit of standing up and appearing to oversee the surroundings. Which animal, the largest of which is the Komodo dragon? Simple one. Which animal is this? The largest of which is the Komodo dragon? The answer is the monitor lizard, right? The monitor lizard kind of scouts around to feed on eggs, on crocodile eggs, as someone said. And one explanation, though none of this is proven, is that it's called the monitor lizard because it seems to monitor its surroundings, right? It seems to look around, stand up, look around, and monitor its surroundings. So the monitor lizard. Well done. Question 8 coming up. The X or the Indian bison is a majestic creature that inhabits the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Due to their formidable size and power, they have few natural predators in the wild. Shown here is the Gael, a large domestic bovine that evolved from the X. It is known as Y in northeastern India. An additional clue is you don't have to be a disco dancer to name Y. What are X and Y? Please give both your answers in the same comment. Right? So Y is a kind of, you can say, evolution or variant of X. So what is X and what is Y? I'll show you the picture. Okay, Preeti and Jyotsna have also said Indian gaur and Mithun. So let's see the answer. It's indeed the Indian gaur or the gaur and the Mithun. So the Mithun's head is shorter and broader compared to the gaur, right? And only tigers can hunt like the gaur or the bull because it's pretty massive in size and so on. And Mithun, of course, is the name given to it in Northeast. So that was your disco dancer clue. For those of you who are familiar with movies, Mithun and disco dancer. Mithun bull or Mithun, I think, is the state animal of Arunachal Pradesh. All right. Question number 9. We have 7 questions left. Question 9. The female stays inside the nest in the cavity of large trees and lays eggs. The male, assisted by the female from inside, seals the nest entrance, leaving only a small opening for food. The females stay inside for 3 to 4 months, protecting the young ones. They are excellent seed dispersers, which has given them the nickname farmers of the forest. So very interesting behavior by this creature. Which creature is this? Kerala does not know that much detail as you do, Devraj. So let's go and see what the answer is. As a lot of you got it, the answer is indeed the hornbill. Kerala state bird is the great Indian hornbill, as someone said. And the Malabar pied hornbill specifically is endemic to South India, as you can see from that card that is placed over there. Okay, so well done to all of you who said hornbill. Question number 10. Simple one. Locals say that masks are worn in this manner to prevent something happening. Scientists say that this does not really work. What are these masks meant to do? So you can see somebody wearing a mask. Why are they wearing this mask? What is it supposed to do? Yes, of course, like now points out for the previous question, the Nagaland Hornbill Festival. It's a great cultural tradition, which some of you should see at some point. Right? And like a lot of you said, the mask is worn on the back of the head. The reason for that is locals believe that the tigers attack only from behind, right? So they don't attack from front, they attack only from the behind. And when they see the mask being worn at the back of the face, they assume that it's the face of the person. And therefore, the local belief is that tiger attacks will be prevented. Sundarbans, of course, you will all know very well. And the Royal Bengal tiger is one of the species that thrives over there. Now, of course, a lot of destruction and a lot of calamity in that area with Cyclone Amphan and subsequent rains and so on. So please do see if you can do your bit to help out in that region and to help in the conservation efforts that are going on over there. And a fact for our younger kids who are attending the quiz, which I'm sure you'll know, that in the tiger, the stripes are unique to each individual tiger. So preventing tiger attacks was the right answer. We will move on to question number 11. This gorgeous creature that you'll see is the Indian giant squirrel. It has a common name. It's an arboreal and herbivorous squirrel that you can find in the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve region. The word that fills in the blank refers to a region on the southwest coast of India. what word fills in the blank of this creature's name? This is the creature, quite beautiful, looking very, very, colorful and looking like it's about to make a move. Very simple, just fill up the blank. Yeah, this is a simple one, so a lot of you have gotten it right. Himanshu says coast of region. The answer is, of course, the Malabar giant squirrel, which a lot of you got right. The word is said to come from Malayalam, which means side of a hill. So a hilly region or a hilly slope that someone said would be the most accurate answer we've got so far. Malai Param, so side of a hill. And very interestingly, the Malabar giant squirrel has a furry tail, and it uses that to actually balance itself on those tree branches like you saw in the earlier picture. So that's the Malabar giant squirrel. Well done. Question number 12. The species of wild cat is found in the Sariska and Ranthambore tiger reserves. It's often confused with the lynx. A notable difference is that the lynx is spotted and blotched, while this animal has no such markings. Simply identify this animal. And the answer is indeed the Indian caracal. That's correct. They were bred in medieval India actually to aid royals in hunting, and it's supposed to be a very solitary nocturnal hunter, right? Hunts at night and not in packs or anything, just by itself. And these cats were actually bred in medieval India to aid royals. So well done to all of you on caracal. Question 13. This is an interesting question. Many of you have probably wondered this. What species of animal is Balu from the Jungle Book? Experts point out that the brown bears and Asian black bears do not exist in the Seoni area where the novel takes place, making this the most likely candidate for Balu. This species also fits descriptions of Balu as a rest-loving character. So very simple. Which species does Balu most likely belong to? The answer, just so that everybody has a chance. They love to be lazy and hibernate more, says Vandana. I presume you're talking about the bears. Zaman, Rupali have also guessed. Yes, so let's see the answer. Yes, Zaman, you can change your answer. I know you've changed it. The answer is indeed the sloth bear. They're listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. As you may all know, the IUCN, the International Union for Conservation of Nature, produces these lists which talk about whether the animal is extinct in the wild, extinct, vulnerable, and or safe, and so on. Yes, that is the bare necessities, as Archana sang for us, and that's the sloth bear as it's speculated. Jungle Book, incidentally, by Rudyard Kipling is kind of supposed to be set in the Kanha National Park and the areas adjoining it. For those of you who have traveled in Karnataka, Hampi has a sloth bear sanctuary or a sloth bear reserve that is there. So if you go to the Jungle Lodges Hampi, it's called the sloth bear reserve. Yeah. All right. So well done to all of you. Pench, is it? Okay. It's Pench or Kanha. It's a little, even that's a little debated as to where it's set, but somewhere in the central Indian region for sure. Penultimate question. It is a favorite prey of the Bengal tiger. It lives in small herds of around 15 individuals and most active during twilight. It's found across South Asia. Also, habitat loss and poaching are hurting the numbers. Name this creature. Here it is. This is the sambar, right? This is the sambar. And the distinctive thing about the sambar deer is that only the mates grow antlers. I can tell you, I've seen lots of sambar deer. That's the creature I've probably seen the most whenever I've gone to all these tiger reserves. So whether I see the tiger or not, I make sure I see the food that the tiger typically eats, which is the sambar deer. All right. So well done. We come to the last question of Kaadoo quiz number 2. So here it is. The grey langur is a species of old world monkeys found in the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. They're also called as dash langur after another famous simian. What 7-letter name completes the blank? So, yeah, absolutely true. Absolutely true. I did go to Corbett a couple of years back, and a lot of them there. And so a lot of you get it right. Hanuman Ji ki Jai, you all get it right. This is the Hanuman Langur, as it's called. They're also found in humongous quantities in the Nagarhole National Park, and they're typically known to live in troops. So the opposite of the caracals who live solitary, the grey langurs typically live in troops. So that brings us to the end of today's quiz. Thank you very, very much. I hope you all enjoyed that. We will be bringing you this quiz every fortnight, the second and fourth Friday of every month at 7 p.m. on the Facebook page of Kaadoo Games. Please spread the word around. Don't worry about the prizes. You can chill on that. We will announce the prizes. Even for today's surprise question, while I did announce a winner, there have been people saying they got it earlier. We will ask the Kaadoo team to look at it. They will look at all the comments and they will declare the winner on the Facebook page. So Kiran and team can make a note of that, and we can declare